Ever since he saw a band play at a middle school talent show, Ryan Waugh knew he wanted to be a musician.
And one of the eighth grade bands that got pulled together, they played Blur song 2, the Woohoo song, which we actually cover now. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I'm sure it sounded terrible because it's a bunch of eighth graders, but I mean, I was blown away as a seventh grade kid, and I just started fantasizing about playing the songs that I love by REM and Rammstein and all this stuff in front of kids that I knew and having them being blown away. So that was kind of the moment I knew I wanted to be a musician.
In hopes of putting a band together, he put an ad on the website Craigslist.
Craigslist, which I thought was the most hilarious thing. I had a friend at the time who got into a band, and I said, "How'd you find these guys?" He said, "Craigslist." And my first thought immediately was men seeking men, and that was the section you would have to go to. But it turns out there is an actual music section that you can use to find other musicians.
Once the band was formed, they knew it would be a difficult road to success, but they weren't exactly prepared for just how hard it would be to make it big.
But it was unbelievably worse than I thought it would be. I mean, there have been a ton of shows where we show up and we're playing the bartender and maybe the manager and the sound guy and the other bands, and that's it.
Over top of the challenges outside of the band and just the people we have to deal with and getting our stuff out there, I think that's one key one that's gonna need to be overcome.
People have a lot of money around here. They don't want to go spend $6 to go see whatever local band is playing up the street. They would rather go spend $70 and go see the band they exactly want to see on their particular night.
Right now, getting one or two people at a show to lock onto us and like us is great. Hopefully it later ends up being 10 at a show, 50 at a show, 100 at a show, and we'll go from there. I mean, we really want people to just, right now, get hold of our music and like it.
Although they started from small beginnings, the guys of No Blitz managed to record 2 albums. However, this brought on a new set of challenges.
We as a band have been taken advantage of, and I think a lot of bands are right now. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to find ways to just take money from desperate bands that are trying to make their way, and it's sad, but that's just the way it is.
We got approached probably about 3 years ago from somebody who kind of promised us the world and all these things, and we were young and naive and figured, hey, somebody's giving us a chance, somebody's offering all these great things to us. And so we listened to her and kind of gave the money for her to do whatever she was going to do for us, and I'm not actually sure what it is she actually did for us, if anything, at that point. So that's one of those experiences that it kind of makes you lose trust in almost everybody in the industry.
Yeah, so I think in any industry you have to find the right people. I really think in this industry it's harder to do that, but we've just got to keep searching, and I feel like our new producer for this upcoming album and stuff was one great contact to have and work with, and you just got to keep trying to get yourself out there.
He had heard who we were through a guy from Warner Brothers Universal Records, who had apparently seen us at a show in Vienna at Jam and Java, and they had connections from before. He said, hey, there's this cool band, but they're kind of small. You should work with them, get them a new album with really good quality. So he reached out to us, and we signed up to do a record with him. We recorded our last album in Kernersville, North Carolina. But our savior, because we went over on studio time a lot with our budget, and a lot of factors involved there, we went to Black Iris in Richmond, Virginia, and we recorded all our guitars there with a phenomenal producer and engineer. I have to think of his name right now. Rich Stein is his name. We recorded with Rich Stein, and we got phenomenal results for it. We think that studio makes this album what it is.
Although they've had their fair share of challenges and setbacks, the band is excited about the upcoming release of their new album and hope it adds a little more momentum to their success.
The album sounds better than anything we've done before, so we hope that putting that out there and getting it the exposure we hope it gets takes it a little further. People listen to it a little bit more and get more excited about it.
Having fun with it's kind of the big thing that when it stops being fun, there's no point of doing it.